All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And I totally forgot that I haven't fed the cat yet. So back in literally like maybe under a minute. So yeah, see you guys in just a minute. All right, cool. Cat's fed. Time to do stuff. Oh fuck, that was the one. Thanks for what? Why am I on the thanks for watching screen? That was exceedingly stupid of me. My apologies, chat. My biggest apologies. There we go. That's the one. Yeah, that happens. A very me thing to do. But hey. Hello there, everybody. Welcome. So, yeah. Apparently, there's huge news about the Elder Scrolls 6. Let's see what Chaos Gaming has to say. Now, please bear in mind, I will be muted during this because I'm going to be eating, so I will comment on what's going on after the video. All right.
Expectations are through the roof for Elder Scrolls 6, and I think it's safe to say that Bethesda really needs to hit the mark with this game, especially since they teased it over 6 years ago. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Today we're going to dive into all the new leaks, rumors, and official hints that we have for Elder Scrolls 6. There's a lot to cover, and we're going to rehash the leak about the actual title for the game, which we covered a couple months ago, but it is now making the rounds again. We're going to unpack what that could actually mean later in the video. Drop a like, make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on those notifications, and for some official context here, Bethesda's been very quiet, but they have dropped a few breadcrumbs. On Elder Scrolls Series 30th anniversary, Bethesda tweeted that they're already playing early builds of the new game. So we all know that a prototype does exist. It better exist after 6 years of a teaser. And Pete Hines, who is Bethesda's marketing head, confirmed in 2023 that the Elder Scrolls 6 is moving into development. Well, that was 2.5 years ago. It's real. They're working on it. but it's still a little early. Now, there's no release date yet, but analysts are still eyeing a 2026 to 2030 window. And I know that's almost laughable. That's a 4-year window. So we're going to try to lock that down as we go. And I'm going to put an insert here in case anything at Summer Games Fest pops up. We'll include it in this video, but I highly doubt we're going to get anything. Now, officially, Bethesda has not confirmed a location, so fans have been guessing. The original 2018 teaser gave some clues. Polygon's analyst noted the trailer's snowy coastline and the mountain fortress, and of course it looked a lot like High Rock, the Breton homeland with coast, forest, orcs, all that good stuff. So High Rock was the early favorite. Well, that made sense at the time. But now, leaks, well, they're starting to change. They're evolving. A leak from well-known insider Extras One claims that the Elder Scrolls 6 subtitle is actually Hammerfell, and that the game will include both Hammerfell and High Rock on the map. We talked about this. We touched on it a few months ago, but now it's starting to kind of circulate again. In other words, you'd travel from the deserts of Hammerfell up the mountains and cities of High Rock, and one report even says the world may have 12 to 13 major cities. And if that leak is accurate, that's insane. That's very ambitious. We'll have to wait and see. I want to know in the comments, do you prefer High Rock or do you prefer Hammerfell, or do you like the idea of being able to really focus on both of them? Now, of course, it's still a rumor, so take it all with a grain of salt, but imagine it. A game spanning 2 provinces, each with its own culture, its own terrain. That would be massive. It would also explain why the teaser fortress could be in either region. Maybe it's one of many locations that we'll explore. Until we get an official reveal, I think you should keep both possibilities in mind.
I'll tell you what, 12 to 13 cities? They better not be including towns as quote-unquote cities. I must admit, some Americans didn't use those terms very interchangeably.
Now, one thing that is a very sensitive subject is building and ships. Yeah, gameplay. The same leak that named the setting also listed a ton of new features, which we touched on, but now we're going to update. Here's the wild part. It explicitly mentioned naval battles, shipbuilding, which was inspired by Starfield, and marine underwater exploration. So in short, ships are definitely in the mix. Yes, I know. Last time, many of you in the comments said absolutely no to ship combat. But this leak is still strongly suggesting that Bethesda is at least exploring it. And yes, guys, I say it every video. I read every single comment on every single video. And I have replied to a few that say, hey, if you really do read these, reply to me. So if you see a heart or a reply, you know I read the comment and I saw you guys. You don't want anything to do with ships to the point of other than them just being a traversal option or a fast travel. You're not really into naval battles. If you want that,
I completely get where people are coming from in that case, because they're going to, let's all be honest, they're going to associate ships with Starfield and think, oh god, this is going to be terrible. Personally, I don't think that would happen. When it comes to proper ships, proper naval ships, proper water boats, you know, the big wooden things that you're seeing on screen, you don't have a huge amount of variation. They are all very much designed to cut through the waves and get from point A to point B. So I think about all the quote-unquote customization that you would have with a ship if you were in charge of one. I think you would probably have like interior customization, maybe weapons and sails, but I think that's about it, honestly. But no idea.
you'll wait for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. I get it. I understand. But it gets a little crazier. The list also plainly states dragons will return. So the series' signature creatures will be back, of course, presumably as major foes or story elements. We don't know yet. Plus, it says the game will have, again, 12 to 13 big cities to visit, and the progression will be much more flexible. So looks like they could ditch those fixed classes for more of a free form leveling. And get this, Fortress and Village building is still on the list in the leaks. So you might literally be able to find your own stronghold or settlement. And once again, this was kind of a topic, an area of conversation that you guys were very opinionated on. So once again, if it does end up coming to fruition and Fortress and Village building are a big part of it, are you good with that? Now, some of your feedback kind of lines up.
I don't have a problem with it.
Handcrafted cities, immersive worlds, real RPG mechanics.
I mean, I'm just going to say this to be brutally honest here. Fallout 4's big selling point was the settlement system. Now, what I'm going to say about the settlement system is it was a good system. End of story. I just feel like they put too much emphasis on it. That's my personal gripe with the settlement system. Now, if it's only like, I don't know, let's just say you can make a freehold, a place that is yours and yours alone, and you don't have to worry about it's an entire town. And you get to customize it completely. That I agree with. What I do not agree with is saying, this place burnt down, you're the only person who's anywhere near qualified to run a city, rebuild the city. No. Every single character in the Elder Scrolls universe starts off as a prisoner. Prisoners don't really have a habit of being, you know, architects and that kind of stuff. Well, they could be, but architects who have massively done something wrong. Let's be honest. But, I have no idea. It's a possibility, but I doubt it.
I mean, if even half the leaks are true, this game is going to be massive. But remember, it's a rumor. So take it as such. At least it shows the developers are thinking very big and expansive. And maybe they're going to listen to fans who, here's the big one, want depth over procedurally generated fluff. That was the other huge takeaway from that last video. You guys are not about the procedurally generated anything. So hopefully they're listening. Now let's talk about official updates and development status here. I mean, what is Bethesda actually saying? Not much in detail, but the main points are Todd Howard has repeatedly told us to be patient. Okay, Todd, well, what else can we do? I mean, we're just sitting on our hands. In 2021's interview, he literally said it's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in the design phase. That means
I'm just going to simply say this much. Modern gamers are not patient. End of story. No matter how big or expansive your world is, every little person who's, I don't know, let's just say 15 or over, or, sorry, not 15 or over, 15 or younger, is probably going to want to go through the main storyline, beeline it through as fast as possible, and that's it. They're on to the next game. Although, this kind of game is really not designed for that kind of person. I do worry that the YouTube attention span of people and the gaming attention span is getting too small. We need to stop jingling the keys in front of them and actually make something that's going to entertain people for as long as possible.
Think of it as an early concept time, not ready for players yet, but that was also 4.5 years.
My point here is games are not vaporware. 60 quid, for an example, or $60. You know, I'll just use dollars just to be a bit more multi-country. $60 is not cheap, and it never will be. No matter how much the games industry seems to think it is. And I'm sorry, but I don't install a game, play it for maybe 100 or 200 hours, and then uninstall it and go for the next thing. I'm just not that kind of person.
Years ago. We do know development started in earnest after Starfield. Pete Hines said in August of 2023, they were fully moving into development. So full production is happening, but on Bethesda timelines, that still likely means several more years. I'm going to give you guys my best estimate here in a minute. Industry analysts agree they're eyeing a release somewhere, once again, the laughable 2026 to 2030. But I think I have a better pinpointed time frame than that. And it kind of goes with what we're talking about. Now, Bethesda's social channels, they hint at progress. As mentioned, they tweeted about playing early builds. Basically, they have something playable internally. But beyond that, no official gameplay details or release windows. The message is, we want it to be great. We're working on it. Now, please be patient with us. So we'll take all those official nuggets and keep speculating responsibly until they actually give us something. And the something would be a trailer and a release date. It brings us to the burning question. When do we see it? Other than the title screen? Well, we know. No confirmed date. However, there are rumors.
I'm going to say 2027 at earliest.
Fans noticed that ZeniMax Bethesda recently posted job listings looking for cinematic animators, which led to chatter they might be making a new trailer. Gaming Bible reported that a Reddit user speculated those jobs could be for a June 2025 Xbox Showcase announcement. Now, in other words, people are betting that we could see some teaser for the Elder Scrolls 6 this summer. And who knows? Maybe it happened. Maybe it happened today at Summer Games Fest. We already talked about it because I'm recording this video the day of Summer Games Fest. Probably not likely, but man, that would be awesome. Now, this matches another piece of info. The leak from earlier explicitly said the game could be shown in June or July. If that's true, we should be ready for maybe some kind of reveal mid-2025, which we are in mid-2025 right now. And if a trailer does drop, it would probably mean, are you ready? A 2027-ish release.
Yeah.
Here's a little funny side note. One unverified 4chan leak claimed a dev said the game would be done in 2 years. Fans pretty much laughed that one off, but that fits the 2027 timeframe. And sometimes you have to watch these 4chan leaks. You just laugh and dismiss them.
2 years? Bethesda? I'm sorry, what? What crack pipe are they smoking? I want some.
And then all of a sudden you come back and you turn around and you look and you're like, holy cow, how did they know that? They were right. So don't get your hopes up for 2025. Don't get your hopes up for 2026. But keep an eye on the gaming events coming up. If Bethesda learned from past mistakes, they'll show something when the game is well on its way, which I think it should be. If that happens, we'll, of course, cover it. Now, naturally, the community, well, you guys have your own theories. On Reddit and some of my comments, you'll see everything from surely it's Valenwood, dark elves and giant insect creatures, anybody, to please not the soggy swamp of Argonia. Again, a lot of people still hope for High Rock. They also hope for Hammerfell. I mean, it matches those leaks, and others, well, they want that dual region game like the leaks and rumors are suggesting. What fans seem to be unanimous about, they want depth, not procedurally generated. Everybody keeps saying they prefer huge handcrafted cities and real RPG choices over random procedural content. They want deep guild faction systems, impactful dialogue, a leveling system that actually feels natural. That leak classless system would help there. I mean, I think it would. We haven't seen official confirmation on any of these opinions, but Bethesda has hinted the goal is to make the world feel alive and focused on the story, which that should be music to our ears, hopefully. In short, the community is praying.
I think that classless is a great idea, but there should be... How do I describe this? I think they should stick with classless like they did in Skyrim, but have presets for a knight, a cleric, a paladin, a mage, a rogue, blah 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 blah. That, in my opinion, works best. Because here's the thing. Some people are going to want to experiment their little heads off. I mean, I'm one of them. I love doing that. It's fun. I mean, my friend Dante, one of the guys who watches the stream quite a bit, he loves mucking around with all kinds of things like that. Good on him. But very much on the... I very much feel that there still needs to be some level of presets that just the average gamer can just go for and just be like, yeah, I want to go for a paladin. End of story. Don't care about anything else. I just want to be a paladin. End of story. Cool. That should be a thing, in my opinion.
That they deliver the classic handcrafted Elder Scrolls experience without a lot of gimmicks. Now, let's recap what we know so far. Elder Scrolls 6 is real. It's been in development for years. still in early stages, and officially Bethesda has only told us that they want it to be perfect and that they're working on new tech for it. Everything else is a rumor. The leaks are still suggesting big ambitions, game possibly subtitled Hammerfell, spanning Hammerfell, High Rock, naval battles, fortress building, dragons, dozens of sprawling cities. Those could all be exciting new directions, or they could be false alarms. Stay cautious, especially when it comes to the naval battles, right? On the trailer front, word is we could see our first look sometime this year. I mean, the hype is real, right? But things are still very fluid. So drop a comment below. Let me know what you're most excited about, what you're most worried about. Are you all in for a Hammerfell High Rock idea? Are you worried about ships still? Or are you just waiting for the trailer to see what we get? And also, I told you I would give you my prediction. Look, they said in 2021 it was in the design phase. In 2023, they said it was in early development. So they have been working on this game in some capacity for over 4 years. I say you give them another 2 years. That's a 6-year model. We could see this game in 2027, especially if they drop a trailer sometime this year, because then typically after they drop that trailer, not to say anything about the 2018 trailer, you're looking 12 to 18 months after that to drop the game. So 2027 is not out of the books here. I hope you guys have a great day. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Cool. That's Chaos Gaming. I agree with a lot of what he said. I think that, personally, I am very much looking forward to something like High Rock and Hammerfell, because that would put so much variety. It's insane. I mean, you could go from, like, high in the mountains close to Skyrim in High Rock to the blistering deserts of Hammerfell. Fuck yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I think that'd be amazing. I mean, if we consult, I'll tell you what, give me just a second. One of my stream background pictures. And yes, we do have new pictures for the stream background. But if we consult this, for an example, High Rock and Hammerfell is this chunk. Now, obviously, if you include Stros Mackay, I'm not sure if they would do that as a DLC or whether that should be a part of the main game. I personally feel that it should be a part of the main game, but hey, if they don't, that I guess that's entirely up to Bethesda. But that is a lot of landmass to cover. That is a huge amount of landmass to cover. And what have we got? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. I already confused myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17 cities. If you go by the dots on the map, that is 17 cities. And what did he say? 13? Bearing in mind, some of these could be actually quite small in comparison. So, we could be getting High Rock Hammerfell. We might be getting like only a chunk of Hammerfell rather than the entire place. God forbid. The only other place that I can think that I'm looking at that could have anywhere near as many is potentially Valenwood and elsewhere. So, yeah. That could be really interesting, I'm not going to lie. Wait a minute, what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 cities. So 15 and 17. Now, bearing in mind, insiders can be wrong, and sometimes it's just some random person on the internet making up bullshit. But if they are even within the same ballpark, it could be either High Rock and Hammerfell, or it could be Valenwood and Elsewhere. Which is really exciting if you think about it. Because if they do decide to go for 2 countries, so obviously each of these is a country, we all know that, basic geography. But if they decide to go for 2 that are literally bordering, I'm not gonna lie, either High Rock and Hammerfell or Valenwood and Elsewhere would work brilliantly for another Elder Scrolls game, in my opinion. Because it would be more than enough space to explore. And here's the thing, even if there are vast areas that there's not a huge amount around, don't be worried, in my opinion. The reason that I say that is simply because of this. That's more room for modders to build new cities, new towns. Just about anything you can think of. Hell, new ruins. This could be really cool. I just hope that Bethesda do a good job. So yeah. Wrong one. Don't need that airplane. Minimize that. Bidip. I'm going to sub to Chaos Gaming and click the bell. There we go. All right, cool. I've got a few slices of pizza left, but we're going to head in game very shortly. Now, I did manage to do something that can hopefully make my life a little bit easier when it comes to characters. Now, the entire reason that I decided to start Estrella was because I didn't have... Well, because I was basically going to use her as a replacement for Valindra. And I'm still planning that. But I've recently downloaded... Oh, whoops. Naked character. I recently downloaded a save file that I found very interesting. It is a low-level character who has done the College of Winterhold and the main storyline. And I was just like, I have at least 2 characters that have done the College of Winterhold and the main storyline, but they have done nothing else. Well, main storyline, College, and Dawnguard. I don't care. I'm fine with redoing Dawnguard once in a while. It doesn't bother me. So, we have this character, who is a direct offshoot of that character, which is this prisoner character that you're seeing here. So, we have kind of a couple of options. And the options are, 1, we continue on with Estrella and go through the college again, go through the main storyline again, blah, 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 blah. eventually gets to the point where we want to be. Or we take this character and make her into a new version of Valindra, and we actually start from just post killing Alduin, getting out of what do you call it? Southern Guard. That's the one. I must admit, personally, I'd kind of love to see a small add-on to Ultimate Perspective to make it so that when you get to choose where you go, there's one in Sovngarde. So the idea is like, you start in Sovngarde, maybe you're one of the Stormcloak or Imperial soldiers who died. And the gods are just like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to be here, you're a Dragonborn, get your ass down there. Kind of thing. I'd kind of love to see that. And also, what I would also love to see is a character who is on the exact opposite end of the spectrum. You're in the Soul Cairn when you start off, and you have to escape. I think that would also be really fucking cool. I mean, imagine that. You're in a, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a custom dungeon inside the Soul Cairn where you start off. That could be really cool. You're basically kept as a prisoner. You're like, maybe you're that idiot necromancer who decided, oh, I'll just try my best to become a really powerful necromancer and, you know, talk to the ideal masters. Maybe they'll give me the power that I need. I'm sure they won't take my soul as payment, right? Wrong. That would be really cool, in my opinion, because then there are some Daedra mods out there. I haven't looked at them in a little while, but I think that they would be really sick to give you Cold Harbor Daedra. Cold Harbor resummoned. Here we go. This is the one. So you can get these characters, which are all summonable Daedra characters. It's an older mod, but it's still really fucking cool. You could have you could have a dungeon filled with obviously low level Cold Harbor Daedra, and your job is to escape and then start the main storyline. I think that would be sick, and I'm not kidding. I think that would be really awesome. Ooh. Ooh. What's this? What is this? Tell me. FOMod installer 101. Alright, cool. Changelogs. Ah, hasn't got anything yet. Alright, that's fine. There's a new outfit mod that I was keeping an eye on because it's a really cool one. It's one of Aerith's outfits from one of the Final Fantasy games, but it doesn't have SMP or anything like that. So I was just kind of like, maybe I'll just track it and see if someone eventually makes a patch for it. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. Alternate. Alternate perspective. Here we go. I tell you what, I was actually half tempted not to turn my camera on this stream because it's so damn hot that I kind of want to just sit here without a shirt on. But I'm going to endure it as long as I can, and if I do get to that point, I will just turn the camera off. Alright. Title contains add-on. Let's try that. Ooh, it really shortens the list. That's fine. Ooh. Sky Patcher. Okay, cool. What have we got? Alternate perspective voice to add-on. Used to be a dungeon boss. I've already got that one. Steinbrummer, got that one. Alright, what does this one add? Greybeard, Silverblood Mercenary, Blackblood Marauder, and Blackbriar Lodge Guard. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So Rethink Your Life, an alternate perspective add-on, for those interested. Oh, no way. That's cool. Someone took the alternate start. Start, I guess. The main start for alternate start. And made it into an alternate perspective start. That's kind of clever. I'm not gonna lie. More sensible starting gear patch. Okay. What does that mean? I often ignore the box full of gold. There's like 3 grand. I sometimes use it, but it's still. Oh, I do ignore it. Because here's the thing, if you know what you're doing, and usually you do if you've got an alternate perspective mod on, or alternate start mod, you can earn a lot of money pretty quickly. Alright. No. Nothing particularly interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. You abandoned prison start. Kind of love it. Might check it out. Might not. Don't know. Anyway, let's get to the game, shall we? I'm actually trying to decide now. I'm trying to decide, do I want to keep... Oh, I must admit, this current version I set up as a test just to make sure that the characters, worked and didn't have any issues. Bearing in mind, it's supposed to be a vanilla save, even though it came with a .skse file as well, which I was a little bit sussed out by. I was kind of like, okay, why do you have SKSE on this save? I'm sorry, but you can't just unmod your game and call it a vanilla save. That didn't work like that way. That way, there. It don't work that way. There we go. I English good. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, just turn on streamer mode because, oops, I forgot. Yeah, it's a very me thing to do. That's for Discord, for those wondering. For some reason, my OBS and my Discord aren't playing ball together, so it doesn't automatically put me to streamer mode. Which is kind of stupid, but, you know, it's how it is. But anyway, let's head in game. Ah. Fuck it, let's play Siltharo for a little bit. I'm just gonna get her through Potama's quest and then we can... Sorry, the Wolf Skull Cave quest, not the Potama one yet. This character's too new for that. Come on, game. Wakey, wakey. And of course, as it's Silthari instead of Valindra, we's a vampire. Oh. Weird. Why do I have terrible arrows? Oh, yeah, because I didn't buy enough, because I didn't have very much money, because for some reason, someone who has played the game through both College of Winterhold and the main storyline has not earned over 1,000 gold? What? I'm trying not to judge because, you know, it's literally a free restart of my character, but still. Oh yeah, I still need to try that out. What I want to do with this bow especially is that metal cup that you see under here isn't supposed to be on the underside of the bow. It's supposed to be on the outside of the bow. Yep. Time to screw them the proper way. Oof. That chunky ass sound when the arrow hits now. Ugh. That's from Sanguine Symphony and was it Core Impact Framework, I think it's called? I'm sorry, but Necromancer's using holy magic, that's just heresy. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. So for those wondering, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just simply gathering resources, because here's the thing, this character is not like one of my characters where there's a shitload of game time on them. Oh no. Veteran Droga Warlock? I'm sorry, what? That's bullshit. Alright, you. So you can play that game. Give me a second to find Unrelenting Force. Down you go. Alright, fine. Yes, I miss that kind of magic. Funny thing is, if I really wanted to, I could literally go off and do Unslad tonight if I felt like it, but I don't currently. Don't get me wrong, Unslad is fucking great. But it's a long one, so I kind of think I want to do that on, like, a dedicated stream. Rather than, you know, like, spur of the moment kind of thing. Spur of the moment's great for, like, certain things, but it's not great for, like, full-on story-based stuff. Oh, hello. I don't have many arrows left, do I? I've got some. And yeah, I might have to go sneaky stabby. What a shame. Hello, little necromancer. Good old Ghostwalk. I've missed you. I actually kind of want to play this character instead of any other character. Just because. Ooh, that's a thought. Before you start chanting your normal bullshit that I have thoroughly gone off. Oh, wait a minute. No. If we set it back to normal. Six, three, roll. There we go. Tell you what. I'm gonna try something. Oi! Let me back. Jerk face. Alright, to your face. That's a bit too much time dilation. I might have to have a look into that perk. Hey, idiot! Hey, it's somebody the ugly. That's unfortunate. But why? Why are they ugly? Tell me. God damn it. Bruh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That wasn't my fault.
Return me to this realm.
My arrow gravitated towards his knee, damn it.
Voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you. Summon with words bound by blood.
What are you doing? You fools! You cannot bind me to your wills.
Summon with words.
You actually have the power to bind me.
Bad Droga. Nope. And I've noticed I'm sitting almost bent double. That's not comfortable. That's better. I'm sitting as if I'm literally about to disappear off and do something. Which I'm not planning to tonight. Oh, hello. Droga warrior, shoot it. Oh, no you don't, dumbass. Correction, love seeing your thralls fight. Oh, never mind. You're a distant filer. Oh, hello. Going up. Next up, Southern Guard. I gotta admit, I like that new ice release sound. It's not as obnoxious as the old one. Ugh. Oh. What did I sever? Supposedly the head, but for some reason the head's still attached. That's not... That's not right.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Dude, stop walking away from me, you stupid idiot. You dumb or something? Or just blind? Oh, you're in chamois robes. Fair enough. Yep, full chamois gear. Fair enough. I really want an SMP patch for immersive armors. It'd be a big ass job, but I think it'd be really cool. That's something I'm going to sort out at some point, though. These masks. They're from Everglades mod, which is really cool. But the only thing that I don't like about them is their slot 44. Which is, at least for me, it's the alternate ring slot for, like, all of my for immersive jewelry, and I'm just like, that's not good. I want this on like slot. I actually have to look into immersive jewelry and find out which slots are which and which ones are used for what. I actually kind of have an aesthetic that I want to eventually go for on this character. So, when you go for, like, certain aesthetics, if you're looking at a way that your character... Well, if you want your character to look a certain way, it's usually towards the end of the game. But what I want to do is potentially give her a quote-unquote normal-looking dress. Almost like the cleric one that we made recently. But give it some half-hidden armor. Because with this character, I want to go for a Nightblade setup. So she would have armor. But she'd want it to be subtle and easy to move with. Now, the reason I'm wearing the second armor, this set, is because, bearing in mind the original save was vanilla, but as we saw when I was playing through Valindra the other time, with the second mod, the Thalmor Ambassador Elmwyn has a bodyguard in this armor. I think it's the normal version, because I think this is more the rogue version, so the SMP TES are much longer. You know what? Just because I know that it's around here somewhere. Where is it? Is it that one? I think it's that one. Hey, I can go to the Reeking Cave. Yay! This is cool. Alright, cool. Before the Ages of Men. Giant Lichen. Alrighty then. Can I reverse infiltrate the Thalmor Embassy? Just because I want to try? Fuck it, let's do it. And just imagine Todd saying, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. Hmm. Oh. Boo. I can't reverse infiltrate it. This is sad. I don't think that impossible locks should be a thing in one of these games. I mean, they're great for areas that are like either incomplete or something like that. But if it's an area that you can actually explore in the game, you should be able to just go back into it. Especially if you're like a master thief who's been lockpicking since they were a kid. All right. Cultist orders. Oh, I've got Viridian Knight, I forgot. So you start off with like these couple of quests and maybe a couple of other small things. But I have been playing this character for a very short period of time. I have amassed a fair number of quests to do. Because, you know, that's just how things work. But yeah, I'll tell you what, if you guys want me to play through specific, like, large-scale quest mods, let me know. I'd be very interested to find out what you guys want me to see. So, the ones that I currently have installed are Thalskar, Vigilant, Unslad, Worm's Tooth. I do also have Chanterelle, but that's more of a survival thing. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with doing survival, but I don't really want to do it all the time. It's not my personal cup of tea when I'm playing this game. What the bloody hell? That mud crab, holy shit, dude. That poor bandit didn't see him even coming. Crack. I saw the spark from that helmet. Holy shit. Yikes. Hey man, there's no way that there's only two of them. I thought there was three of them in the boss rather than just two. Okay. That's fine. It's a tactic that I've developed for dealing with enemy archers. Shoot them as fast as you can. And then dodge behind cover. Especially if the enemy archers are, like, undead sharpshooters and that kind of stuff. I still need to have a look into that mod at some point. And, like, halve their bloody health pool, because, I'm sorry, but if you're playing if your enemy is a sharpshooter, I don't give a shit what level they are. They shouldn't have a massive health pool. They should be backline troops with very little armor and should be fairly easy to kill. But still do a ton of damage to try and offset that. Oh, hello, hello, hello. I'll be taking that. What do we got here? Uh-oh. That was not a good idea. Oh, God. I better not drown. That would fucking suck. Whew. I ain't carrying too much, and that apparently makes me super heavy even in water. Okay. Clearly someone does not understand buoyancy. But hey. It's a kind of magic. Stash materials. Oh, I still have the bloody scroll on me. That was a dumb idea. Bound pike. Yeah, it'll be better than nothing. Cool. Good old Volkihar. Hello, my old friend. I will be coming to question you very soon. Probably later on tonight. Knowing me. I'll probably start doing like Volkihar stuff off stream, but if you guys are interested, yeah, I might do some on stream as well. I just know that I'm just very aware that I play Volkihar and Dawnguard in general a lot more than I play other things, so if you guys are getting bored of that kind of stuff, please let me know. I do want to know these things. Iron boots that have just stayed in position. Yeah, that's kind of makes sense for iron boots. Okay. Going back down. Old chest. What do we got here? Ooh, more ragged musks. Fasten scar, flames. Nice. Alright. Okay. Take off the mask for the time being. Not sure how much it helps in, you know. Old. Okay. Ooh, Ring of Mending, you say? I will take that. I am blissfully aware of how much time you have under the water, and it's not much. Right. I'm going to have to correct something once I've cleared out Steepful Burrow. That the creator of this save forgot to do. And it's a vanilla thing, but it's a very important vanilla thing in my personal opinion. And that is they didn't get the ethereal form shout. That is insanely useful. Bloody dragonling. I don't like shooting you, you're cute. But for some reason, you immediately decide, kill. Silly little scaly muppet. There we go. Really? That... Okay, fine. That was the bounty? Okay. Just FYI, folk, there's more than just one troll in this cave. Just saying. Alright, cool. Oof, this poor bugger's got a lot of arrows in him. Unlucky. Ooh, destruction book. Hello, Gib. Iron helmet. Iron arrow. Sorry, iron weapon. Ugh. Gross. Prefer not to touch that. Oh, hello. Adamantium helm of Tohan. I'll be taking that. Little stamposh. Very useful. Ooh, apprentice level lock. Gimme, gimme. I'll tell you what, though, as I've said before, more underwater dungeons, please. I'm not gonna... I know some people don't like them, but I really do, personally. Okay, Wolfie wanted to go into orbit. Come here, you. There we go. There you are, you evil little plant. Aye. Yep, I need to head back to the city. Cloth. Gotta do that. Hey, I got bounties to collect from folk. Yay! Fuck it. Fast travel. Hey, look, they're open. Wait a minute, this is not supposed to happen.
Why, hello. Here
Hey,
to
Tori.
buy. If you have
Alice
to
has
ask the
loved the
price,
outfit.
you might be in the
She'll
wrong
be placing
store.
an order soon.
That's wonderful. You've done us a great service. As promised, the outfit is yours. And here's something for your trouble.
Nice.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to do. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Alpha 7 flyer. Okay, cool. Nice. Ooh, Hebra. What do we got here? Spell tome, water breathing. I'm learning that. How about no, Jory?
I'm gonna get you for that. Yeah, right.
You know what? Go and talk to Folky, and then we can drop off a bunch of artifacts and head off.
Eyes at me. You should tell him to mind his own business.
Aya, you're so mean.
Tell you what, it's not bad. But the thing is, the frame consistency is actually pretty good. That's the part that I'm liking.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave?
Some necromancers were attempting to summon and bind Potema.
Potema herself? Please tell me you stopped them.
I interrupted their ritual. It's done.
You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought.
Oh, you're here.
I have some things for display if you would be so kind.
Of course.
Like everything in my bag, apparently. Sick! I'll admit, I'm not planning on using the Staff of Magnus for the time being, but I might use it in the future.
Wonderful. I'll get right to work having this displayed.
Please, there we go. Our numbers go up a lot. This is what I live for. Numbers go up.
So wonderful to see how much people enjoy this place.
Yeah, I might see if I can correct the second outfit partially for the lack of uniboob. Tut tut. Wait a minute, it said give the golden claw to someone, but... Oh. Hmm? I don't have the golden claw? Oh, does Lucan have it then? Okay, fine. Come on, game, hurry up. Oh, did I accidentally click it off? Let's see. Give it a moment, and it'll come up shortly. 38. Oh, 12 more items. Is that it? That's... Ooh. That's attainable. I'm happy. Oh yeah, I want to put convenient horses back in at some point soon. Because here's the thing, convenient horses is awesome. You want fuck it. Give me that. How many is it going to add? That would be funny. I mean, it's definitely going to add the glass war axe. So that's part of the armory stuff. Oh, 3 items. Nice. We're on 41, so we want 9 more items. I can easily find up to 7, if not more than that. Mm. Yeah, definitely more than that, actually. Hmm. Bip. Spell a passage to Winterhold, because why not? Damn it. Whoa. And yeah, he did. Whoops. Alright, midden time. Because I know that I can find at least a couple of items down there for the museum. And an enchantment that I want. Don't think that's what we're after. Boy, am I glad that I decided to go wood elf instead of high elf for this. As high elf, I would literally have to be crouching my way through the entire bloody place. How uncouth. I'll take all of that. I need to level my alteration and get that unlock spell. Ooh, Cassandra Frostwitch. Crafting manual. Yes, please. Action Forge manual. Viper Eye Ring, which is stamina and magic resistance. Kill. Blazing Frost. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, wait a minute. Silversmith's bar. Why not? Now, here's the reason that I was down here. Not in here, apparently. Audit Dagger of Reaping, Torturer's Herd. A bunch of items that I just can't pick up for some stupid-ass reason. Dagger of Souls. Is it not in this section, or is it in the other one? I can't remember, honestly. I have a feeling that this character was console command leveled. There's a lot of things in here that are vanilla that I feel like shouldn't be in here. If a player had been through. Because, honestly, otherwise, where the hell are the items? Because here's the thing, the character had 800 gold. And that's it. So that makes me think that either they just blitzed their way through with, like, God mode on. Or the console commanded their way through. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that the save exists so that I can literally restart characters that either can't be bothered to restart, wouldn't be bothered to restart normally, or just wouldn't have time to. And for me, it's very much on the line of, it's not that I can't be bothered to do it, it's that I don't think you guys really want to watch me play through the game in the same way 100 different times. Maybe I'm wrong, I have no idea. But I'm going off of my own instincts and thinking I definitely wouldn't want to watch that, so... Yes. What do we got? Archery gauntlets. Scholar's Insight, which is one of my friend Mist's items. Mist made this really clever mod that adds in the arc effects that you get from the Bloodscout blade, but for other weapons. And doing other forms of damage. So, for an example, Dawnbreaker does it. Merrin's Razor does it, but with a black arc, which is actually really kind of cool. I don't know if Blade of Woe does it. It might do, but I can't remember. Tell you what. Going for a bit of stamina and health this time. Yeah. I'm not sure if I should have leveled that high. Because I did have to reset up all my stats because this character was actually only level 24. So I thought, well, 25 seems like a good level for a character who's been through at least 2 quest chains and is using the mods that I'm using. Anything in one hand? Huh. Bit weird. Oh yeah. And of course, stash time. Random tankards in my inventory and other crap like that. Cool. Ah yes, and the reason that I came down here. Bipolar blade. And of course the gloves of destruction, which is, funnily enough, destruction, damage, enchantment is actually base game. Which is the craziest part of that. I was kind of convinced. I was kind of thinking, wait a minute. Huh? This is base game, but it never existed as an enchantment. Why not? And now that I think about it, I'm just like, it might have made mages kind of overpowered. Although, to be honest, with how I've set my game up, I've rebalanced a lot of things with a lot of mods. And it definitely brings it a bit more in line. So it's not... I wouldn't say that it's overpowered, but it's definitely not weak. Although, to be honest, that's entirely... That might vary depending on your opinion. But yeah, overall, I'm balancing this for my personal preference, not someone else's, so to each their own. Oh. Yeef. Unlucky, bud. Alright, there we go. Might have to go and drop my plate off in the kitchen because I'm working with limited space at the moment. Good old Archmage's office, which I love this version because it's the was obscure this College of Winterhold. Very, very cool mod. I personally love this one. Yeah, kind of proof that nobody's been here. Although I don't know whether it resets when you add a mod in. I doubt it. Oh my god. That is a lot of items to disenchant. Cool. I'm gonna go by value first. Alright, there we go. Gained a lot of enchantments from that, which means that I can hopefully gear this character up far quicker in the future. I forgot that I've already got archery, but hey ho, that's good to know. Oh, 7:40 in the morning. Yeah, I'll stay here for a little bit. I actually want to find a mod that is conditional, so it uses conditional animations that mean that if your character is this race and blah 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 blah, do this. I was kind of wanting something for like Bosma, so that when you sit in like a normal seat like one of these, well, bearing in mind these have got a skin on them, they basically act like normal seats. If the seat was just a little bit higher up and it looked like your character was clipping into it, I'd kind of like it if it would adjust it so that your character's feet are actually not on the ground. Because in some ways I think that'd be funny. Kind of cute. Like playing a shorter character whose feet don't touch the ground on certain chairs. I think that'd just be funny. Oh. Ah well. Missed opportunity in my opinion. Oh yeah, that's 100% a console character. As in console command. Because the thing for Oh, what's his face? The college researcher? Septimus, that's what. Septimus's outpost isn't there. Yeah, and the thing with Ustengrav is the location doesn't exist. Like, which means that the character hasn't been there. Whereas the character's been to the Sightless Pit, they've been to Sarthor, they've been to Alfthand, been to Kynesgrove, been to Iverstead. Now, there are certain ones that do appear on the map because of mods that I've got installed, but here's the thing. Yeah, this is a bit damning for whoever created this save. They didn't do it legit. Oh god, Delphine's gonna be annoyed at me for one reason or another.
That you left the city on the back of a... Since you're still alive, I assume you have good news to report.
Yes, I used Alduin's portal to travel to Sovngarde. He's dead.
Gods above, that's better news than I had hoped. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead.
You've done
dragons out of legend.
Just as the prophecy said. I knew you could do it. I believed in you, and yet I still didn't think I'd live to see this day. Thank you. Thank you, Dragonborn. You've done a great service for us all.
There's still the matter of Paarthurnax. I'm not ungrateful for what you've done. Esbern speaks for both of us. But our oath as blades binds us. Paarthurnax must die. There's no excuse now that Alduin is dead.
I'm afraid she's right. I'm deeply sorry that this has to come between us. But just as Paarthurnax's later deeds do not expiate his crimes, your deeds do not allow us to ignore our duty. I hope you will return to us soon, with the news that justice has finally been done. With both Alduin and Paarthurnax dead, a dark chapter in history will finally be closed. I've been chronicled. The recent history.
Gonna do this on.
What would you like your input to say?
I...
Come now. You did more than just survive all those years. Your evasion of the downward would be useful for future blades to study.
What? Your heroic tale of locking yourself in the Ratway for years isn't enough?
Oh yeah, all normal blade swords. They're gone. Good to know. Bye-bye. Yes, I came in and rubbed you blind. Get wrecked. Ooh, I got a full set of blades armor. That's 5 pieces. Or is it 4? That's 5 if you include the shield. Plus the sword. Actually, I don't know if I picked up one of the swords. Not a big deal. I can go back in and sneak one out. Oh boy, this is going to take a little while. All right. Get in there, drop off the items, and then hopefully we will have gotten to the point where I can actually get a player home there. That's my entire goal at the moment. And I might, depending on what I'm planning on doing tomorrow, I might do Unslad tomorrow. I might at least start it. Might be fun, actually. It will, of course, be a longer stream. Because, you know, Unslad is a big place. There's a lot to it. But yeah, I think that'll be good fun. And I think I've been using the second armor for a bit too long. If this were realistic, the Thalmor would have basically said, this person is wearing our armor that has been stolen from us. Look for them, and we will offer you a very large bounty for it, for the person wearing it. And then I would be screwed. I do kind of want to have a quest mod that means that whether overtly or covertly the Thalmor are looking for you afterwards, and there's more Thalmor patrols, and there's more Thalmor just saying, have you seen this person? I think that would be really cool. Because here's the thing. As Dragonborn, you infiltrate the Thalmor embassy. You steal items from them. If you're a good person, you rescue Etienne. You probably kill a fair number of their guards. Yeah, I think that I would definitely be, I think we would definitely be hunted a little bit. More than a little bit, actually. If the Thalmor were as egotistical as a lot of people like to think they are, there would be a lot more Thalmor in Skyrim post the main storyline. Actually, having thought about it, if I'm going to do Unslad soon, I might do it on Monday, just so that I can make sure that I've got everything working properly. I mean, it should... it should be fine. But there's always that little bit of a chance that it's not. So yeah, I think I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to say Monday for if we do start Unslad on this character. Partially because I want to set her up with a few more outfits and a few other things. And partially because I want to make sure that she's actually capable of finishing Unslad. Because here's the thing. Unslad is great, but it is full of very powerful enemies. And I want as much decent kit as I possibly can before I start playing through Unslad. Oh. And, yeah, the Holy Mage character, the other character that I was working on, I think with her, I'm going to keep playing her, get her through Dawnguard, get her a few extra things set up, and make her my Vigilant character. Because I actually feel like playing through Vigilant again, and I want to start it sooner rather than later. I mean, hell, if I wanted to do it, like, really soon, like, mid to end, like, next week, I'd probably consider making a new copy of the, Archmage character that I was just mucking around with earlier. Or that I was showing you guys earlier, sorry. Because, honestly, it would make sense to be Dragon Bomb for those kind of quest lines, because here's the thing. They're probably balanced around that. Tell you what. I'm going to pop back up to High Hrothgar and talk to the Greybeards. Then I'll fast travel down to Iverstead and talk to the courier, get the key. We should be good. Oh yeah, there they are.
I can see it in your eyes. You've seen the land of the gods and returned. Does this mean it is done? Is Alduin truly defeated?
I hope so. But I don't know if Alduin can ever be completely destroyed.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Dragons are not like normal mortal creatures, and Alduin is unique, even among dragonkind. He may be permitted to return at the end of time to fulfill his destiny as the World Eater. But that is for the gods to decide. You have done your part. You've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. In order to defeat Alduin, you have gained mastery of dreadful weapons. Now it is up to you to decide what to do with your power and skill. Will you be a hero whose name is remembered in song throughout the ages? Or will your name be a curse to future generations? Or will you merely fade from history, unremembered? Let the way of the voice be your guide. The path of wisdom will be clear to you.
I do have one more quest mod that I remembered.
Dragonborn.
I have Great Coward Nocturnal installed as well. So I definitely want to go through the Thieves Guild storyline. I feel like, especially when it comes to mods like Grey Carol Nocturnal, you should do them after you've become like a Thieves Guild master. Personally. That's my opinion. What you guys think is entirely up to you, but that's the way that I would do it. It's like if someone made a quest mod that extended beyond the oh, what do you call it? The Dark Brotherhood quest line, or beyond honestly any of the other quest lines. Oops. There it is. I would say, yeah, you definitely want to complete that quest line in order to start it. I mean, it's like there was a I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember that there was a extension to the College of Winterhold quest line that takes you to the Somerset Isle, which, in my opinion, really friggin' cool. So yeah, those kind of mods are definitely things that I would highly suggest to people. Because whenever those kind of mods are designed, then 99.9% of the time they are lore-friendly. And they're often really good because the mod author's done a very good job with them. I mean, Grey Cowl Nocturnal, very good. From what I've played of it. I watched, who was it? Bard's College? I think it was Bard's College, do a review of it. And she really loved it as well. I think she's also played Vigilant, which, she definitely said, and for, at least for her, was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, which, fair enough, completely makes sense. Game. I tell you what, I might actually change the month. Okay, set game month to 6. Sunset. There we go. Great. It rains in Skyrim in the middle of summer. Thanks for reminding me of home, game. The reason I say that is we've had a fair bit of rain recently here in the UK. I guess that's the thing of being part of the South Coast.
I've been... Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Yay! I have my player home. Wow, bloody time. I'm gonna have to go sleepy in Whiterun. Oh well, what a shame. Not. Hey, that means I can actually stash a bunch of gear that I have in my inventory. The reason that I don't stash that kind of item, like the items that I have on me, is just so that I can actually still get to them if I want to use them. What was that? What was that? What was that? Wait, don't nick my backpack. It's not allowed. Cool. Are we good? I think what I'm going to do is go and stay at one of my hidey holes in the city, of which I have two, which is quite nice. I do need to figure out a mod for a vampire hidey hole / player home for Solitude. Because I know that there's been a couple, but I need to decide which one I want to use, honestly. It's like there's that, what was the Eleonora one? It's a tiny little tower home. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really cool. Really well done. I really liked it. Don't know, but I might have heard a bit of thunder. Oh yeah, that sounds like thunder. I might go and make sure that the cat's inside in a moment. So I don't want anything to happen to that little fuzzball. Alright, cool. Alright, give me just a moment, folks. I will be right back in just a sec. I'm going to double check and make sure that the cat is actually in the house and not being silly and staying outside. So yeah, I'll see you fine folks in just a minute. My god, that cat can be silly. She was sat on our picnic table, literally, I want to say 6-8 feet outside the back door. Under the brolly, which obviously metal parts. One of the places that I would expect lightning to hit, if it hit our garden, would probably be that. So yeah. Luckily, she's now in, she's having some food, and hopefully not going to be stupid enough to go outside. Right, I'm going to quickly move my dinner plate out of the way, and then I will be right back. Back in a tick. Right, eyes back. And making weird noises because sitting down. Ugh. Right. Oh yeah, I was going to quickly double check something before I started again. Let's see. Oh, ooh, this will be fun. On one of my friends' on JoJo's Discord. More particularly, there's this we have this thing where we do like competitions and that kind of stuff. Just have a bit of fun with it. And the latest competition, they're screenshot competitions mostly that we do. And the latest one is what was it? It was cosplay. So basically you dress your character up like a character from a different game and take a few screenshots basically and upload the best. We have a limit of like one screenshot per entry, just so that it's a bit easier and a bit less potentially cheaty. Because if you're allowed to upload an entire fucking album, yeah, nah, nothing. Oh, got that. My cat. I have a can box underneath my desk. It is where all my empties go, and it is rather full. Because I am lazy, and I can't be asked to clear out my cans. Oh boy. Welcome to being me. It was funny, actually. Well, less funny, just interesting. I went to the shops with my mum yesterday because, you know what? We weren't sure what the weather was going to be doing. And, you know, made sense for both of us to go out together and pick up a few things. Picked up 3 of the 24 packs of Pepsi because, funnily enough, it's like £5 cheaper when you buy 3 of them at once. So instead of it costing like 33 quid, it was like 25, I think it was. So about 8 quid cheaper. But obviously had to bring it back in the car because, you know, my backpack's big, but it's not that big. So for scale, this is my backpack. It's decent sized. It'll fit a full 24 pack in there. But it will only fit the one, and not much else. Oh god. There was a time that I, how do I describe this? I held up a shop a little bit for a little while because I took one of those big mountaineering backpacks with me because my dad offered it to me and I thought, okay, fine, I'll try it. Well, the thing is, mountaineering backpacks often have like a metal, or I think these days some of them are plastic, rigid body to them to, you know, help you carry them. That metal was so much extra weight that the scales for packing your stuff were constantly going off. So yeah, that was funny. Wasn't funny when I first started it, but when I first started doing it, but you know, good old hindsight makes things abundantly more funny. Alright, let me quickly put headphones on, because that would be helpful. And, oh, tell you what, that might actually help ventilate my room a little bit. Decided to leave my door open because holy hell. It gets very warm in here. Put it this way, my parents are away before the end of the summer. Which I don't think they are. I can't remember. But if they are, I am going to leave that damn door open like the entire time. Because it is way too hot in this room at the moment. And that's because of my PC. My PC is a 13700K and a 3080. So this thing gets a bit toasty. I was constantly worried about the temperatures at one point, and I must admit, recently I kind of got to the point where I was just like, I can't fuck to deal with that. So, and I've also decided that I'm not overclocking this processor, even though it's a K-SKU. I just decided, you know what? I'd prefer not to. I prefer to just run it as is. Maybe undervolt it a little bit if I need to. Alright. Quickly grab my headphones. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Oh, hey, it's doing what it's technically doing in the UK in-game. Yay! Immersion. Right, let's go and talk to the Bosma brothers. I must admit, I'm really starting to love Bosma, personally.
Ah, how my heart soars to look upon a sister Bosmer.
Hello.
What do you sell here?
We sell bows, arrows, and ale. A unique combination, to be sure. Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
What have you got for sale?
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
My bow is a 30. Which is literally a glass bow. Fair enough, that makes sense. I am going to pick up as many good arrows as I possibly can. Yeah, boy, Duskwood music. I love Duskwood. One of my favorite places in World of Warcraft. Ooh, Chevalier half plate. But it's weak. Holy crap, compared to my gear. Yeah, second robes is 116. Wow. Yikes, bro. Alright, cool. I think I'm done.
Thank you very much for your business.
Let's...
If you have need of hunting supplies, then you've come to the right place.
Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So yeah, if you want to know what the weather's doing in the UK, this. Imagine, oh my god, imagine if like the time of day and the weather pattern in Elder Scrolls 6 coincided with what it was like in your part of the world. Oh, holy shit, that would be hilarious. It would literally have to look at a weather station in your country and just go adjusted. I don't actually think it would be that hard to do, honestly. You could have it just trigger like once every half an hour or so. I actually could go up through Morthal and Labyrinthian for a good reason. I want to do it this way because there's... I'm wondering whether there's anything in Labyrinthian that... a person who made this save missed, because I'm using a save which is... which was made for basically so you can quick start the game to a certain extent. Oh, I need to bite someone. Oh dear, some poor sort of a bandit's gonna get their neck ripped open. What a shame. Ooh, Lunar Iron. Ooh, Dinstekma's ring would actually be really good for the time being. There it is. I'm not favoriting it because then I can just immediately go into the museum and just go, hey, drop everything off. And it'll automatically get dropped off. Because I'm sure I'll be able to find something better than that fairly soon. I'm gonna be honest. Good. Oh yeah, Tasha City's laughter. I love that ability. I need to test it out at some point. Omnum. She collapsed. Meh. Oh, fuck it. Let's try out Tasha's on this idiot. Just because I think it'd be funny. Boopity boopity boop. Aw. Didn't work.
What was that? Time to end this game.
Great, I'm stuck in position.
No sign of him.
Alright, you big Nordic pain in the ass. I don't have any level ups. Oh, you stop gawking and give me a level up.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I could say the same about you.
Now wait, this is a surprise. No more! I yield! I yield!
Get wrecked. Wand of Familiar. Wow, that's a kind of cool wand. Stabby, stabby. Yep, that was a dragon. Okay, fine. I am half tempted to put one of those dragon mods that I had in a while ago back in, but I'm going to see if I can make sure that it stays to the A level where it's like... Whoop. Yeah, I want it to be a level where it's like... There's not hundreds of them, I just want like a bit more variety. Vanguard play. I might just ignore it, honestly. I gotta admit though, these bandits, they literally have the forge to make lunar weapons, and none of them use them. I think that's kind of dumb, I must admit. Maybe I should find a mod that makes them wield them. I mean, it's possible that maybe the bandits have only just found this ruin and only just taken it over. Okay. Hat came in, wandered all over my bed, and then wandered off. Okay, fine. Odd animal. Maybe it's too hot for her in here. That's quite possible. All right. Nailed done there. Meeting Savos, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, telekinesis spell. Nice. Very useful. Now, if the undead dragon's there, then I know for a fact that this person used console commands. It's still here. I'll admit I'm not overly surprised. I mean, it's a pretty quick and easy way of doing it. Tell you what, let's go and grab those bones. Oh well, means I can fairly quickly run through here. Hopefully we don't have to deal with the Magicka drain. Although it might just be coded into the entire ruin. Okay, so now we've definitely got a confirmation that this was forced through console commands. Doesn't overly surprise me, but it is also a little bit disappointing. But hey ho. Although, to be absolutely honest, if you're posting shit to the Nexus, there's a non-0% chance that you are definitely using mods. Even if it is just a few texture enhancement mods. I'm sorry, but they are still mods. End of story. I'm sorry, but a marksman, especially a skeleton marksman, should not be that tough. Where is it? Where's me vampy magic? There it is. God, I hate those things. Gotta admit, I'm really liking these new skeleton models. I had to reinstall a whole bunch of mods at one point, whilst I was having the game issues. And I actually managed to... I went through and found the undead mod that I'm using that adds in like these sharpshooters and other forms of undead. And I managed to... I checked the mod and it said, do you want to use like HD skeletons and that kind of stuff? And I was just like, yes. Whoa. That triple ice lance thing that they do? Oh, horrible. I think Shades is supposed to die when the bad guy dies. That's not good. It's a bit weird. Oh well. Mental note. Still need to look into those weird textures down there. All right. Ooh, drain spell bow. That's exactly what I want. All right. I do wonder why. When you install, like, NPC mods and that kind of stuff, you end up... If you put too many NPCs in, basically, you end up with some pretty horrible frame rate and the game having problems. And I'm just wondering why that doesn't happen with weapons. I mean, I guess it's because with a weapon it's fairly simple, it's just like a stat stick. You hit them with this item, it does X damage, end of story. Kind of thing. But I'm not 100% sure on what it could be. Yes! Perfect. As one of those shoots fireballs. And I don't want fireballs. You know what? I can't be asked to deal with them. Ooh, I probably need those for the museum. Shit. Oh well. Yeah, proof that this person has definitely not been through this dungeon. So for those who don't know, this is a save that is not originally mine, but I'm using it as a quick start for a character that I basically lost. I basically have no access to that character anymore. It's due to, unfortunately, a corruption issue that I just can't fix. That's so bullshit. They're 300 plus feet behind me. And it's still going off as if I'm right next to them. That is dumb. See if I can... Nope. Reloading a quick save doesn't do anything. Maybe I need to do T-detect or something like that. It's one of the many irritating things that you have to deal with in this game. It was not like this in LE. It only happened since Special Edition. For some really weird reason. Tell you what. TD. So fucking stupid. These are NPCs that shouldn't have seen me. Now Mordecai is supposed to be dead. Yep. The bubble's just still here. Okay, weird. Random glitch, but okay, that's fine. Let's try disable. Nope. No idea. Okay, not sure if I would use this save in the future. I think I'd just suck it up and go through the storyline again. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Fine, so this is what I'm going to be expecting in the other dungeon. Okay, that's... I guess that's okay. That's just the way that it works. Ugh. I hate it when people decide to do things like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I completely get why they do it. Because usually the reason is they can't be the same as what my reason. They can't be bothered to do the extra steps. Usually when they're recreating an old character that they lost due to either a corruption or something else. So, don't get me wrong, I completely understand it. Alright. Items. Wooden mask. Boop. Because it takes me to a different area. Alright, I am going to use my passage spell to get back to Solitude. Don't get me wrong, doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on this save. Not at all. I'm just going to... I'm just going to remember that it was all done with like console commands and that kind of stuff, and not someone actually playing through the game. Which, I gotta admit, I do on... As I've already said it. I'm not going to say it again. And I just I say it far too often. Oh, God. Oh, well. Ahem. Reset. There we go. That's better. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with the short dress. It's just she wasn't wearing anything else, and I was just like, did you just roll out of the bed or something? Or, you know, coffin? I'm kind of glad of those vanilla hair mods that I've got installed, though. Really do make it nicer to look at them. Because they're not all static, and they don't look like basically a molded piece of plastic on the characters' heads. Draw the curtains as I'm a vampire because, you know... My god, if there was a hardcore version of playing a vampire, it would be like any direct opening to the outside. Should probably deal damage to you. I must admit, I don't think I would be playing it. Just simply because that's just such a big pain in the ass, and I'd be like, no, thank you very much. Not my style. If I wanted to worry about survival and all that shit and be a vampire, I would go and play V Rising. Which, now that I think about it, really good game. I really need to go back and play that at some point. Kind of just got to a certain level in that game and just didn't continue. It's like me with a lot of survival games. I get to a certain level where I'm happy and I'm not actively dying, and then I kind of lose interest because there's like no drive to do. Ooh, tell you what, grab that. Yeah, there's like no drive to do the to just continue playing the game. What was it? Sword, battle axe, and bow, if I remember correctly. Sword, battle axe, bow. Should have picked up more of those, but I didn't. Oh well. Not a massive deal. That's the cool thing about the way that what's it does. My highest level character ever in Skyrim was a level 86 character called Minerva. She was a character that I had played for hundreds of hours. I can't remember exactly how much, but I'm pretty sure it was over 200 or 300 hours. And I'd maxed out her enchanting, maxed out her destruction, and at least a couple of other things. And personally, I don't like to do the legendary system because it's the same as prestiging in COD, and I don't like that system. Never have done. But yeah, I got her to such an insane level that she was just scary.
I got word of a unique relic and was able to procure it from the cellar. Use it if you wish, or place it on display.
She had, if I remember correctly, she had like full Dragonbone weaponry. She had really high level in alchemy. So she could do like poisons that even if the arrow didn't, the sneak arrow shot didn't kill the enemy, the poison would make damn sure it would. And that, honestly, is one of my favourite ways of playing this game. And I've never done it again, which is kind of annoying to me because I really want to do it again at some point. I just haven't committed the time or the investment into a character yet. And I'm wondering whether or not it's going to be this girl. Whether it's going to be this character. Yeah. Yeah. The one you see on screen. There we go, that's easier. That way. Alright, point towards the computer if you want to point at the character. Cool. Right, that means that I need to start on my alchemy fairly soon. I might even do that tomorrow afternoon whilst I'm just playing the game for myself. Get my alchemy up, get some nasty ass poisons going. Join the Dark Brotherhood, of course. I actually can't remember how I played Minerva. I still have her save file, so I could probably figure it out. I don't remember whether I did Dark Brotherhood then college or whether it was the opposite way around. I know that I did both. No, I can't remember. But yeah, I do want to redo that at some point. Just because it'll be fun. Alright guys and girls, that's actually going to be it for tonight, so thank you all very much for watching. Feel free to follow if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff over on YouTube. And I will see you fine folks tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be doing some setting up, enchanting, and more missions for Orion. And potentially maybe doing a bit of Dawn Guard. Maybe doing something else, don't know. Not 100% sure yet. It actually might be Dark Brotherhood now that I think about it, because honestly, I've done Dawn Guard a lot recently, and I do want to do Dawn Guard eventually on this character, but I just don't want to do it immediately. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. So good night. Stay safe. Have fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.